let's move on. No poo-poo talks life, we're not going to worry about that. So the first thing we're going to do is actually we're going to return to Dali Village. There's something I want to go pick up. Now thankfully we're quite over level, so it's fine. Alright, so yeah. We are going to Dali Village because back in Alexandria there is a coronation happening because Princess Garnet is now becoming the queen. So there's going to be a coronation, and the mayor of Dali has travelled to the city to go witness it with a family. And what we're going to do is we're going to go sneak into the mayor's house and try and find the key. Yeah, you know. We want this because there's a little area just outside the windmill where there's a chest, and you can't get that chest until disc 3 on basically. This is the only time to get it. If you miss it now, the chest is gone for good. If you're doing a 100% playthrough, you have to get it as well, because one of the free coffee beans you need to get is here as well. Other than that, it's going to be a bit of grinding later. We're going to plan ahead for the next area. Actually, while we're here, let's have a look at how much my thievery does. Let's see how close we are to getting ourselves higher. So thievery does physical damage. The damage is fixed based on how many steals you've gotten, times, I think, the speed of the Dawn. So that will always do 1,425 damage. So it's not very good. So we're going to be focusing on stealing a lot from now on then. Maybe I should have put Mug on. I can speed up. What am I doing? I can speed up. So, we're going to keep doing this. I think it's roughly like 300 odd steals will be enough. Unfortunately, you can only target one person at a time. Oh, well. So, with another 3 steals, we get, what was that, 7 more damage? Not amazing. But we also get Grand Lethal now, which, as you can see, almost does max damage. So we are getting to the point now where the damage is quite insane. Yeah, there we go. Return here. So you see there's a treasure boat now here. So we can go in there, but what we need to do is sneak in. So we need to make sure we don't wake up the boy. So what you do is you go to the desk and find Mini Braun. Stay at the desk. Stay one more time. And he's fast asleep. So now we go to the heater. And we find the mayor's key. And you can just do this. There's nothing else really here, but basically you have to make sure he's asleep before you move any further, otherwise he sees you. I mean, now we can basically just go where we want, because it won't stop us. So you get back up here. You open the chest. There's 30,000 gil in here, which is very nice to have. You can't complain about that. Check it again, because there is something else in there. You get the Berman coffee. I think I've got all three now. We've got the mocha toffee. We've got the Kerman, and we've got the Berman. Yeah. So we're going to go up here. Because the windmill's not working now, there's two chests up here. You can't access in disc 1 or disc 2. But in disc 3, you can. There's one more item we can go get. So, in the farm... Ooh, we can't get it yet, okay. We'll have to come back in later on. So she will leave at one point, and you can come collect it and get... It's another elixir, I believe. So, easy money if you need money. Well, elixirs you can't sell. Never mind. Right, you can keep stealing. Remind me to put mug on. They won't die to a mug, but might as well put it on. When we get into trainer, we're going to kill the monster in the arena. And obviously we're going to go to the auction house and buy some stuff, because some really good stuff to buy now. I'm actually going to set up for it in a minute. The monster we're going to fight is a controllable path. It likes to use earth-based magic, and it likes to try and petrify you. Obviously we can't have that. Let's have a look how much damage it does. 26 damage. So yeah, mug is really not a good ability to have. If you look at using, if you're on PC and you've got the Memoria engine, I heavily recommend getting the Tantalus mod. Essentially what it does is it makes it so all four, so Zidane, Blank, Marcus and Sinner have abilities and equipment you can get, and it also improves Mug, so you can actually do some decent damage with it, because Mug sounds like a great idea. Cool, you're stealing and doing damage. Fantastic. But the damage you're doing is negligible. Like, I just did 26 damage with a steal, where I'm doing about 800, 900 with a physical attack. It's not worth it. So there's no point having it on. So what we're going to look at though, we're going to have that on. We can stick a beast on. Hopefully I won't get an encounter. Nope, I got an encounter. Like, I'm doing 1,000 damage. And steel getting me 20 damage. It's just not worth doing. And considering a lot of the monsters we're going to be fighting now are starting to get health up in the couple thousands, 10,000s, why bother? Okay. So that's our next fight. What can we get? We didn't get one of these, so I'll buy one of them now. Buy one of these. Wow, that 30,000 really, really needed. Don't need that. Right. Let's have a think. Don't need that. Oh, have I got enough? No. Right. So we got Jelly on, we got Beast Killer. I'm gonna take these off and we're gonna stick on the. I'm not gonna stick it on because I haven't got them. I have what are they called? Floating shoes? What absorb all earth damage? Well, I forgot to put. I gave them to Vivi naturally. Vivi's learned everything. So we're putting on stuff that resist earth damage. I think it does do thunder damage too, but we're not going to worry about that. So, we are going to worry about that. So essentially, you can make yourself really powerful in this game without trying. So the reason why I did so much damage, nice, was basically because Beast Killer gives you 1.5 times damage against beasts, and then MP attack gives you another 1.5, or it might be 2 times damage. No, I think it's 1.5. So, and that adds up. So pretty easy kills basically. So besides that, let's have a look. Bandit stays on. Bandit never gets taken off, let's be honest. Don't need Beast Killer. Cool. Right. That's pretty much that part done. We're going to see what we can buy. Ooh. Right, the rat tail is the most important item here. This can get you 20,000 gil if you sell it. Oof. No, I'm not going to bother with that one. You're not going to get anything. Feather boots, that's what it's called. Feather boots. Floating boots. How much? For feather boots? Okay. Not happening. I mean, if you're gonna keep buying it, take it. Makes a more expensive item better. Don't really need this. Is there anything I need? So the rat tail is the last item I need to really buy here. Until later on in Disc 3. When the Dark Matter comes available. Oh no, Dark Matter is available now. I'm thinking Ultimate Fantasy. So, oh my god. Look how much it's gone up. You dick. Cool. So, Dark Matter is important. You need to buy this anyway. This teaches Dagger Odin. So you can get your insta-kills. Don't need any of that. I want that. That can't be the only item worth buying here. Surely. Nope. Nope. We can come back and buy the Doga artifact later. And the Ude mirror, because there is a little Easter egg from it. Come on. Keep swap it. Right, so the reason I'm doing this is because basically when you bought all the unique items from here, so the mini Sid, the Dark Matter, Doga artifact, Une mirror, rat tail, griffin heart, you then have the ability to buy the magical fingertip later on in the game. It is the most expensive thing you go try and buy. It can go up into like 40,000, I think. If you're not careful. And that gets you one of the strongest weapons in the game, basically. One of them. We should have done that. Maybe? That'll do. Right, I am being a bit particular about it because what you do is you can sell it for 20,000, so I want a bit of a profit from it. And then you say no way, you go to 25,000. So I got a bit of a profit, which is what I want. So I've got 2 more coins I can give. The elixir is not too important. That's more important. I'm trying to get as much money as I can early on, so I'm ready. The next 2 dungeons are going to be scary, so I want to know. What are we saying? Don't care for Pearl Rouge, I've already got one. I think I've got everything. Yeah, I've got everything for now. That is fine. We'll do a double check. You see, it's already back on market, so he must have sold it to the auctioneer again. So, the whole point of why we're here is to do a card tournament. Now, I've got some decent cards, but I don't trust the auto. We've got some decent cards, and card games are a bit complicated in this game. I'm just going to skip through this. So you have to win the first 2. If you lose, you can come back and play again. I'm going to try and not lose any of our good cards. So, a quick explanation about how cards work in this game. Unfortunately, as much as I like Tetramaster, it's not a good triple triad, and it's a lot more convoluted than triple triad. But every card's got back 4 values, the 2M, 1, 4 for instance. So, how it works is the first value is your attacking value, the second value is what type of attack it's going to be. M is magic, P is physical, there's also X and A. I can remember what they mean. A is assault, X is something I can't remember. X is the most important one, I believe. I think, anyway. And then the 2 values after that. So, on ROM, we've got 1 and 4. The first number is your physical defense. The third number is your physical defense. The 4th number is your magical defense. And basically what happens is, when a card is pointing at another one, so you see they got arrows, that's a very good card. If 2 arrows are meeting each other, you get into a fight. So let's do a quick fight. If I win, I win. I'm not going to stress out too much. You can see some of the earlier cards aren't really worth anything. You got an X, that's not bad. X and A are unique. Now, I can't remember how it works. I don't know if I think it might be A. I think A, assault is the most dangerous one. Assault lets you pick the highest value on your card and attack the weakest value on the opponent. I believe. Someone will have to correct me, because I can't remember. I might have Googled it. Okay, tell me how to play, but yeah. So for instance, the Sand Golem is a 2P10, so it's got a 0 in magical defense, but a 1 in physical. I've got mainly okay. So what we'll do is we'll attack and see if we win. It is also heavy on RNG though, so you have to be careful. He just comboed, so because he beat my weird card, because of that arrow pointed at the Sand Golem, it also took the Sand Golem. So you can do combos. So for instance, I don't think that's gonna work. If I do this, if an arrow is pointing at a card that doesn't have an arrow facing it, you instantly win it. But I'm going to have a quick check. Tetramaster. Let me remember. Okay, yeah. So A is assault, X is flexible. So let's see if I can find where it says it, explains it. Okay, so X will attack the lower of the 2 defenses. So if any of them has an X, it'll pick whichever is lower, and then A will choose the lowest value on the card in general. So it could have a one it could have a 1 attack and an 8 and 9 defense. Only to attack the 1. The values are, I think it's hexadecimal, so it goes from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, A, B, C, D, E, F. I believe. I am very I don't understand it myself. Ba-da-da-da. Yep, I expected that at one point. Oof. But I should win this. And when you win, you get to take one of their cards. Oh, I haven't got one of these. Fantastic. Pretty simple. Now, you can cheese. I don't think I've seen this one. Hippo's Prize. Oh, this one. Oh, I should have done this one. Right. Actually, no, I should have. Because if I didn't do this, then I'd have to face... I might have to actually I might still have to face him, actually. There's a very scary card. Put it that way. It's the naming way card, and it's a really powerful card. We can get one another time, but getting it now would be good. Actually, one second. I think I've missed something. You have to win the first 2 matches. But you can always retry. No, wrong place. Nah, I forgot. Oh, it's not here now. Oh, no, there you go. I forgot about that at the beginning of the game. There is actually an item there. More money. Not complaining about the money. So, I think we're gonna... Yeah, we have to fight him. Right, Mario has the naming way card, which is scary. So I'm going to try and hope he plays it early. That's not very good. We'll take you. We'll take you. I've had better. You want one of good card arrow coverage. I've got a lot of right-sided ones. I haven't got any left-sided ones. So he's flexible, which is fantastic. Has no value, so useless. Sure. Hopefully Mario will go first. Yikes. I want to do a throwaway, honestly. A scorpion. There it is. So, yeah, look at that value it's got. Right, I need you to be... There we go. Oh, no. He's... That's just mean. So unfortunately, you can only take the card that you've turned. So I can't get the naming way card here. It's fine, I'll take this. The frog card would be nice. Right. So, we're not going to go over that. Don't know why I'm doing this, we're not resetting. So the next card fight is the champions. You get 1 shot to win. If you lose, you lose. If you win, you get a very nice ring. It turns out the champion is Sid. But Aaron plays for Sid because no one's going to like an Oglop. So he technically... So Sid is technically the champion's pet. Now, Oglop cards are a strange one. They're either really good or really bad. I'm going to take that. Where did I get that? I'll take that. They're very weak, but you can lose just from poor... Just from, like, poor, like... positioning. So I'll take this one. And then, yeah, that can happen. Am I gonna win all of them? That'd be amazing. But look at that. The Ogre got more physical attacks than the Tomberry. So it won. It won that. That annoys me so much. But we won. And I get the rebirth ring. Fantastic piece of equipment you can't get until much later. But now we find out something's happening back in Alexandria. Gudrun's not happy with what I've done, is now attacking the Queen. He really wants to have fun. Remind me to turn the volume up on that. He's just relentless. Hopefully this music won't loop itself. I'll get really upset if it does. Right, so going back to the beginning of the game where you had to remember the you had to find all the Knights of Pluto. When you spoke to Brayreich, he tells you what each one's key feature is. So do you remember that? So to gather information, we look at Lutzen and Kohel. Really good at finding it. Protecting the townspeople. Waymar and Hagen. So Waymar knows all the names of all the girls, all the women in the city. And Hagen knows every path and back alley in the city. Brayreich and Lauder are your information gatherers. Well, not information gatherers. They're the ones who will get you support from Lindblum. And then Blutzel and Kowal are your super sleuths. They're the ones who can find out all the information. And Dojabon and Mulakadime. So Dojabon, I want to say he's the one who was the winner of the cannonball race, and Mulakadime was the one with the best score for artillery. This minigame is important as well. It gets you the angel earrings, which you really want. We're going to skip through that. And now we get to hear one of my favourite pieces of music in the game. So this is Beatrix's theme, but combined with the brass of Dinah's theme. And it shows us how connected they are. Pardon me, sorry. I'm burping, I just had dinner recently. Right, so we are now going to have to go fight some Mistodons. I do take some stuff off of Beatrix because we can't keep her, unfortunately. What? Bruce Holy. You can have that on then. Unfortunately, we can't take that weapon from her. It reduces fire for you though. Why? I don't know. So, we are taking that off. You don't have Undead Killer. No, you do not. Yeah, that'll have to do. Yeah, that'll do. I could give him the Coral Sword, but I don't want to at the moment. So, don't forget, Mistodons are undead, so you can just use Curative Magic on them. At a low level, this is very scary, I must admit. I've lost to these fights quite a few times. Level 17, you should be fine. I don't have MP attack, but Yeah, we're fine. That's an idea. Yeah, that's fine. The Beatrix doesn't have a trance, but you get access to her white magic, which is lovely. So she has Cura, she has Holy. Her skills can pretty much kill instantly. I imagine if I had MP attack on, it'd be dead. But it's fine. We are going to be having level up on Steiner at one point anyway, be aware. I want him to catch up in levels. We're not going to spend time grinding AP out. It's just boring to watch me play, just grinding on the monsters. So we're going to use Holy. We're going to put to sleep. We don't. Nice. 6,000 damage. And that's because we're giving her the Mithril Helm, what boosts her Holy damage by 50%, so... Easy experience. Gonna make sure I top up. I don't have the Insomniac on, so I'm really hoping I don't just get a wipe here. If we die here, it is a game over, and I have to reset from the beginning of disc 3, which I don't want to happen. Yeah, so he's apparently wounded. As you keep fighting here, you'll notice that Steiner gets his trance because he swears to protect Beatrix because he's fallen for her, which I think is just funny. He might get his trance now anyway. Well, he's probably dead now, so yeah. Get a cure again. And he's only 2 levels below Sedan now, so he's caught up. So this is the final fight, I believe. He should go into his trance. Yep, he's in his trance. So we're just gonna go Holy on one, attack the other. And he should get another level, yep. So he's now caught up in experience, which is fantastic. Right, firstly, I'm going to quickly change the movie for you. Hopefully that's not too loud. So she doesn't need anything at the moment. And now we can hear some music. The further up we go, the closer, the more obvious it is. If you go the wrong way, the game will tell you, no, you're going the wrong way. So this is actually this is the call of the summoner. She is being summoned by something. Now, we did gloss over this, but Professor Tot talks about the sacred jewel, what summoned a massive creature. But it was so dangerous, they had to split it into 4. And each part of that jewel was sent somewhere else. One was given to Lindblom, one was given to Clara, one was taken with the summoner tribe to Madain and one was left in Alexandria. But now that all four jewels are nearby, or in close proximity, the summon what it creates is calling to protect them. And you'll find out why Alexandria is called Alexandria. This I don't know was so powerful it did cause a massive destruction to begin with, which is why it was split up into four, because no one could control it. Meanwhile, on the way back on a very rickety ship, we're gonna skip through this a bit. The Hero God 2 is on a test flight from Lindblom to Trino, and because the Regent's still got the brain of an Oglop, it's kind of not very good, safe to say. Other than that, with a flashing light, Aiko is now hearing Dagger and the summoner is being called. She's very lucky she missed those fans with blades. Unfortunately, because she never got grown up as a summoner, she doesn't actually know how to summon the Holy Eidolon. But Aiko still has a horn, so she has the ability to teach her. And it's probably one of my favourite versions of Alexander to ever exist. Like, I mean, what an amazing... That screen is my favourite. And now Kujo finally gets what he wants. There was also we could try and get Alexander, knowing it was so powerful. Now we get a bit of a glimpse into the airship in the sky. Now we're like introduced to a new character. The one who's now going to punish Kuja, and apparently he's a Don. But why? What's the Don done? And Kuja realizes it's been taken over. Right, say hello to our next party composition minus one character. So I'm going to set it up now. So Crimson, Estinian, and Ironman are going to be in my next party. We are going to level them up. Thankfully, we have level up available, so I can put it on. No, I'm going to leave it on for now. Right, we need to quickly go to the top. I would say, actually, before that, you can go around and try and evacuate everybody. It doesn't do anything. There's nothing for evacuating them all. But you can do. And if you didn't fight Tantarian in this too like I did, you can come here and fight it once I get it up again. Come on, game. Right. So, you can fight Tantarian here. There's no longer a time limit, but because you're higher level, it's a bit more manageable. But I did it at 14, and I proved it was doable without dying, thankfully. But with your party composition now, it could be even more easier to do if you haven't done it so far. Other than that, quickly make your way up to the top. Or this way, apparently. Wrong way. Oop. Sorry, there we go. I went to hide my cursor. I'm more impressed it took an hour. So Dawn tells everyone else to leave because he's going to go save them. Because he just has to. And as you get up there, the place starts to shake. You gotta say, that is a very brutal way to kill Ladolan. I love this part because Aiko still has an issue about this. She's so upset about that. It's interesting to speak. Like, why are you so upset that you saved her? So this now starts to bring up